All right, let's start at the car. Oh, she is loud. And she sounds amazing. All right, guys, we're out on the road and we've got some tunnel. Let's go. Hey guys, welcome to Red 50. Today we've got a 2024 Mustang next to my 2019 Mustang GT, and he is E85 tune with the long tube header. As you guys know, I have E85 tune as well, but this one's got long tube headers as well, and of course E85 tune by Shoemaker. So we're gonna be taking the 2024 Mustang out for a spin to see how she drives compared to mine, which is a 2019 E85. Definitely gonna have more horsepower, but I'm curious to see how it's gonna drive out on the road. We're gonna get on the car a little bit as well, and of course the 10-speed transmission, how it shifts with the tune. I am so glad the S650 Mustang finally has a tuning unlocked, and I think it's gonna open up the doors for a lot more buyers, because previously you could not tune these and a lot of people were just going for a used S650 like mine, like a 2020 2022 model. You're saving a lot of coin with it. But now that these things are tuned, it's gonna be awesome. He actually has a ghost cam tune as well, so we're gonna show you that as well. We're gonna start at the car, long tube headers, MBRP X5, and it's gonna be good. She's gonna sound good. So let's go ahead and start at the car, get the ghost cam, and go from there. All right, let's start at the car. Oh, she is loud. Let's go outside to get some chopped coyote. Warm him up a little bit, then it's gonna start doing that. I have to say his exhaust, especially with the active exhaust, sounds really good. It can be obnoxiously loud when you want it to be, but tone it down with the normal and quiet mode. Still warming up. I don't hear no chops yet. The revs need to drop a little bit more before we can hear the chop, so we're gonna actually go for a drive right now, and then we're coming back and hear this coyote chop with the 50 ghost cam. All right, let's go inside the car. All right, never mind. The car has started chopping. Look at that. It sounds so good. I want to do it on mine. I do have the ghost cam tune from Lund Racing. I just haven't put it on, but this is definitely what will make me put it on. This is so good. That's one thing I've always loved about the old push rod engines, the cam, the iconic muscle car sound, but now you can have it with these 50s without even going crazy with the cam setup. This is all ghost cam setup, and she sounds amazing. All right, guys, we're out on the road and we've got some tunnel. Let's go. The long tube headers with the E85 tune, oh my god. And we're in normal mode right now. We haven't even switched to sport mode or track mode, but we're gonna be doing that soon. The car drives really good. I was just on the highway driving it normally, and you wouldn't be able to tell that it's got a tuned long tube headers. You put the exhaust in normal mode and the thing is just quiet, but when you want to open it up, track mode got all sorts of backfires. But let's find a road where we can actually test the E85 on it, see how the car drives. We're gonna switch it to sport or track mode. I'm really curious how this car is gonna feel with, compared to my car. I'm also on E85, but he's got long tube headers, so it's definitely got more horsepower than mine. And I'm curious how much difference I can feel. So we're in sport mode now, and the car is just pulling. We've got the exhaust in track mode. We're gonna use some paddle shifters here as well. Let's get on it a little bit to see how she feels. Every time I get in a S650 Mustang, I just love how smooth and refined the 10-speed transmission is. It's just so much nicer than mine. Ford really did a good job with it. And even when the car was stock, I said this to him, that the car drove a lot better. So let's go ahead and engage the pedal shifters in. Backfires with his long tube headers. Oh my god. The car sounds so good and the pull is just so linear. We're gonna get on it again. public roads. We don't want to mess with anything. Let's do one more pull once the road straightens up. The car just wants to go. And it's funny because I feel like my S650 was very refined, but now that's sitting in his E85 tune S650 Mustang, it feels even a little bit more refined than mine was, which I didn't think was possible. So let's go ahead and... The downshifts are aggressive, shakes the whole car. Oh my god. The upshift, downshift just moves the whole car, and the car pulls all the way to red line. And I think the red line went up too. It's like 7,800 RPM compared to mine is like 7,500. So the tuners are really doing some good work on these S650 Mustangs. And once you're done having your fun, you're just cruising in. It feels very good. Right now I have pedal shifters on, but it's almost like the car's got two personalities now. Like I'm gonna take out the pedal shifters right now, and it's just quiet. You don't feel anything. It's just normal. You're just cruising around. But with the E85 tune, this car definitely goes. I think it's hard to compare. I mean, we've raced both mine and his, and it definitely edges a little bit more. But sitting in the driver's seat, it's a little bit hard to tell the difference because this car is a lot smoother. In mine, you can feel a little bit, you know, clunkiness, but S650 Mustang is a lot smoother. It just keeps pulling and pulling. We're gonna make this U-turn and do a little bit more. Oh man, this the pops here. This one I'm not gonna engage the pedal shifter. See how she does. All right, let's go. Upshift like literally moves the whole car. It's like power shifting this, and the car just pulls and pulls. And this is, like I said, traction control is on. We're on public roads right now in Mexico, of course. But this car is pretty good. I want to say this car probably has 25 to 30 wheel horsepower more than my car because it starts out with 26 more horsepower. Then he's got long tube headers and the E85 tune. So we've seen dyno numbers from all of these tuners. I want to say he's probably close to what, 450, 460 horsepower, maybe a little bit even more actually.
472.
472 horsepower is probably where he's at, and that's very close to 500 crank horsepower. And to get this kind of performance for around $45,000 with the tune, I think it's remarkable. Ooh, these S650 Mustangs, especially with the tuning being unlocked now, kind of has me thinking. I mean, the car feels really strong with the E85 tune, and this is just, what, a couple weeks into the tuning that the ECU has been unlocked. I'm sure there's going to be a lot more revisions and maybe squeeze a little bit more power out of these. And of course, we know there's going to be ESS kit also coming out soon. Pro Charger's coming out. So even the boosted build setups, there's going to be a lot more options. And I mean, the way this car sits is probably how I would keep it. Long tube headers, E85, and just a daily driver, you can enjoy it until I'm ready to boost the car. But if you are in the market to be getting this 2024 and up Mustangs, now that the ECU is unlocked, I think they are pretty good. I mean, in terms of power, you're talking about 500 crank horsepower easily with just a tune. Even if you don't add his mods, he's got long tube headers, you're talking 500 horsepower at the crank with just a tune. And that is pretty impressive. Dark horse numbers, really. And the car pulls is a lot more refined. The car just wants to go. And if you do get the headers, even when you hit the MBRP X5, you'll get all sorts of pops and backfires, which makes this car just so much more fun to drive. Without the tuning unlock, a lot of people said it was just better to get the S550, the late model, like a 2022 or a 3 if you didn't want to pay that 650 Mustang, because we know these are pretty expensive nowadays. But now with the tuning unlocked, even though it has like slight improvements over the S550, I think they're worth it, especially the transmission tuning. Even if you want to keep the car stock, this is good. But with the E85 tune, this thing just wants to rip. And I definitely recommend having the long tube header setup, because all these pops, even if I'm stuck in traffic right now, it just makes it so much more fun to drive. So much more fun to drive. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. We have the 2024 Mustang E85 tune with the headers, and it's just a nasty setup. It is a nasty setup. We're gonna have more videos on this car as well. It kind of has me convinced going long tube headers, because right now I cannot keep up. My car is definitely slower. So yeah, if you enjoyed today's video, make sure you like this video, and of course subscribe to Red 50 for more videos.